Welcome YouTubers and 4-plussers to Battle Report 31. It is my second game of the Khornehusker RTT, and I've been paired up against a familiar opponent. John, you've seen me play his Dark Eldar army several times before, although never with this list, so let's see how it goes. This is our deployment. As you can see, it was a Vanguard. We've got, we decided to press up against the lines. I mean, it's Dark Eldar, they all have Knight Shields. But I know that I out firepower him right now. And if I can get him out of his raiders, I out firepower him. I won the role for choosing sides and for deploying first, and he did not seize initiative, and he was very smart. You can kind of see in his army deployment in the upper corner of the table, he got all his guys out of the raiders because he knows that's what I'm going to target. I am immediately going to go after raiders, venoms, well actually in the order venoms, raiders, then ravagers, and of course whatever's in range. He knows this, he's played me enough times, so he gets out of his raiders because you don't want to be in a raider when it explodes as a toughness 3 guy. Not to mention he can give his raiders saves with intervening models even though they haven't moved. My turn 1, I do exactly what you guys think I would do. I advanced forward. I actually moved one of my barges 12 inches and hopped up on top of that building to get some line of sight. But basically everything's going to move forward to get within that Knight Shield range to get some 30-inch shots instead of 36 because of those Knight Shields. And first turn is brutal. It's pretty much what you guys would expect. I killed 2 venoms, exploded both the venoms. Those are the 2 big explosions. And each explosion killed 2 witches, and the witches retreated. Then I exploded, or didn't explode, I killed a raider with just 3 hits on it. Didn't actually explode it. And then I did some shooting with the Tesla barges at the bikes. The bikes were the 5. If you go back a frame or 2, you can actually see where the jet bikes were, and I killed all of them as well. So pretty good first turn. Killed a venom, a raider, another venom, and a squad of jet bikes. Netted first blood. Oh, I'll talk about that later. The mission objectives. All right, John's first turn. He knows he's got to get into the game. Loads up into his raiders with splinter racks, advances them so he's in range to shoot. He does have 1 remaining ravager. Oh yes, I exploded a ravager. I forgot to say that. It was in range and killed it as well. He gets his 1 remaining ravager up to shoot. In the shooting phase, you can see he's kills 1 annihilation barge, 1 heavy destroyer, and a couple of immortals with his shooting. Not a fantastic shooting phase, but it's at least he reduced my firepower a little bit, killing the destroyer and the annihilation barge. Lastly, he took Duke Slithus and his grotesques and Lady Malaise in their raider and went ahead and flat outed him to get him right up in my grill. My turn 2, again, advance some more, get into range of the Knight Shields, move that barge around the corner to get some more shots at raiders, slide the heavy destroyers forward down the lower left, and just get ready to shoot some more. Second turn of shooting, absolutely bloody again. I explode the raider that had Duke, his commander is Duke Slithus, and he also has Lady Malaise. With Duke in a raider that he moved up into the ruins in the center, and you'll see that in a second. So I blew up the 3+ poison squad and killed 7 guys that were in the raider. On the other side, I blow up another raider and kill 5 of the 10 warriors that are in there. And then I end up wrecking a 3rd raider. The only vehicle he has left is 1 ravager, and that's actually going to be killed next turn, but you're not going to see it. Duke Slithus's raider with 4 grotesques and Lady Malaise is blown up by this squad over here, and we just set to receive the charge. This army's designed to be my army's designed to be kind of like an onion. I expect to lose combats, so small units, high firepower. I basically want to take the charge, get killed, so that way whatever charged me is standing in the open to receive some shooting. Next turn, the final Ravager moves over, takes some shots at a Annihilation Barge up there, and that Annihilation Barge actually did not move last turn. Poor John, his dice have absolutely turned against him. His Ravager shoots 3 times, misses twice, and then rolls a 3 to pen with the 1 hit. So no results there. Some long range shooting from the Warriors, manages to pick off an Immortal. Kaboom! Exactly like I expected. Actually a little better result than I expected. He multi-charged, killed all the Immortals and the 2 Crypt Techs that were in that one squad, which is what I wanted to happen. So that's a good thing. Didn't take any wounds in the process, and he when he multi-charged, he actually charged the barge, and he got a glance and a pen, but the pen ended up being a stun result, so I got lucky and living armored it. So next turn I'll actually be able to shoot full ballistic skill. Alright, my turn. I think this would be my turn 3. Everything that can see Duke Slithis in his grotesque turns and shoots. Lady Malaise and Duke Slithis are both insta-killed by the barges. I then hang another 11 wounds on the grotesques, so that 1 grotesque survives with a single wound. He does have 3 pain tokens, so he's fearless. So next turn he's going to do some stuff. John, Dark Eldar turn 3. They do some more shooting, kill 3 Immortals up there on the hill, and then in the assault phase, the final grotesque with his last wound charges the Annihilation Barge and finishes it off. Necron turn 4, we go ahead and finish off that remaining grotesque, and we go claim 4 objectives. We've got 2 objectives, and in the next slide you can see we had this 3rd objective under the template, and we have an objective out of frame back a little further. So John's turn 4, this is actually going to be the last turn of the game. He moves his witches up to the 2nd level to attack the last remaining Annihilation Barge with haywire grenades. Kronos Page Engine, some witches, and some warriors advance towards my Immortals and Crypt Techs that wandered out into the open to claim that objective. The Pain Engine sticks his hit, and well, you're going to see what happens next. Kaboom! Kills everything except for 1 Crypt Tech. That Crypt Tech says, screw it, I'm out of here. He flees. And his witches hop up on top of the building and manage to kill an Annihilation Barge. At this point, the game ends, and this is kind of what it looks like at the end. I'm holding the center objective and the 2 objectives that you can see there, so that's going to give me 3 objectives. John is holding 1. Objectives are worth 3 points each. This is actually a cumulative mission is what they called it. So you got 3 points for each objective you held at the end of the game, and you got 1 point for each enemy unit you killed, and then Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker, and First Blood were in effect as well. So if you just do some quick math, and you needed 4 points basically to get a 20-0 victory, a 4-point margin. So on objectives alone, it's 9-3. I think I killed 7 or 8 vehicles, and I gave up 5 kill points. So right now there's a 12-point margin just with some quick math, and that's all she wrote. It's basically a wipeout. I end up with 20 battle points out of it, and poor John ends up with 0. You know, it's kind of strange. You go to a tournament, but we have enough of our friends from the club that go to the tournament, and we all end up playing each other. Thanks, John, for a great game. Thank you, YouTubers and 4-plussers, for watching, and stick around for the final round, round 3.